Here we go. Oh my god. Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is going to be my second motorcycle review. I reviewed my Yamaha 250 XT on dual sport, and this is my XSR700. Picked it up back in September, and yeah, I pretty much learned how to ride on this bike. Well, almost. I had a few rides on that XT, but as far as putting miles on something, this was my first bike, and I was a little nervous about getting a 650 class as my first bike, but I've driven over 100,000 miles of probably 200,000 miles of manual in a car, so I mean I know how gearboxes work and how to shift, and it's actually easier with the hand here than it is in a car, in my opinion, with the sequential gearbox up and down. I actually like that a lot. It's a lot quicker. And so if you have some experience, I'd say there is nothing wrong with going to the 650 class as your first bike if you have a lot of discipline and throttle control, and you're not a what's the word, you're not younger, 16, 17 years old, and you're not going to get yourself in trouble or hurt yourself or try to show off and not pay attention. Like, if you have a good head on your shoulders and you're smart, you know what you're doing, this is doable. So other than that, let's review this bike, shall we? And here we go. So, a little bit about this bike. It is a 689 parallel twin cylinder with a 270 degree crank, which gives it that nice character and that nice punchy, torquey feeling right in the mid-range here. It just gives it that anger, and it's lovely. It makes 75 horsepower and 50 pound-feet of torque. Weighs 410 pounds, wet, ready to ride, which, is heavy if you rode dirt bikes, and is extremely light if you ride Harleys. It's pretty standard for sport bikes. And, just cruising around, going at a little, 7/10 pace like this, that's where this bike shines. Really tips right over and just rockets out of corners. Absolutely rockets. 0 to 60 is 3.8 seconds. Quarter miles like 12.2, but that's only because it hits a wall of speed at about 80 miles an hour with the no aero. It's got really bad aero and no windshield, no fairings, no anything, so it doesn't accelerate fast from 80 miles an hour. But up to 80 miles an hour, oh my god, dude, like it was mind-blowing when I got to this type of a motorcycle. I'd never experienced any sport bike before, and this is like middle of the road, a little more torque than a 600, not quite the horsepower, and it was a lot at first, and I knew I wanted something a little faster than I was comfortable with, though, so I could grow into it. And if you're saying that at 15 and a half with your learner's permit, that might be a dumb statement and you might get hurt, but I'm 26 and I've been I drive cars for a living, so I'm very aware of my surroundings on the road and whatnot. I feel more responsible at this age than I used to be, so I truly did want something that I could grow into. And yeah, I'm used to the power now, and I'm so glad I got something with about 50 pound-feet of torque. Like, nobody needs more torque than this. I'll probably own something like a Super Duke R one day with 100 pound-feet just to try it, but yeah, this is perfect for the streets. It's so perfect. I think this is the right amount of power and acceleration for most situations. it's not enough to where I'm gonna wheelie here in fourth gear, but I can still, you know, pull pretty good here. And one thing that I like about bikes rather than cars is the turning radius. Just turn around whenever, wherever. Oh my lordy. Oh, I can't wait to put an exhaust on here. I think it sounds good as is. People don't like it, but the intake from this is it has this like high-pitched whine about it that's almost supercharger-esque. Love it. Absolutely love it. I've never owned a vehicle that provides so much like God mode vibes. Where you just feel like almighty and powerful while operating such vehicle. I mean, there's just always enough torque. You'd have to be in like 6th gear isn't very like pokey, but man, 1 through 5 is just, there's just all the torque all the time. Doesn't matter what RPM. I found that this bike likes 5 to 8,000 RPM. No need to really redline it. Drops off a little after 9,000 RPM, and lugs a little bit below 3, oddly enough, which is you know, it's funny if you're used to cars. But yeah, 2nd gear is a ripper. Like, this is 2nd. I mean, goes from 3,000 to 9,000 so fast. So fast. You know, this all started when I rode electric bicycles. Shout out to my friend Mila. He owns electric bike rentals in Huntington Beach. Great place to rent an electric bicycle if you've never tried it. And that's what really started me down the trail of, you know, a motor on 2 wheels. I bought a little Costco electric bike shortly after trying his. My girlfriend still has one of those. I have this like electric scooter, this bird type thing from Costco. That thing's really fun. I'll probably do a review on it as well. But yeah, my dad bought a dual sport, and so I wanted to get back into it with him. So I bought the XT250 off of him. But before I did that, I knew I wanted a powerful vehicle of some sort. I wanted a powerful bike, and just something that was that is meant for fun on mountains, canyons, and city streets. God damn it, look at this guy, dude. What a fucking idiot. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I know he was looking out for that bicyclist, but damn, dude. Not on a blind corner like that. Alright, let's go this way. So this bike doesn't have many features. It's pretty bare bones, but it does have a gear indicator, tach, you know, a little odometer, and like your temperature gauge and all that. Oh, it has a gas gauge, which is really nice. My XT lets you know that it's low on gas by dying. So yeah, it's nice to have a gas gauge. And what else has it got? Oh, it has ABS, which is pretty nice. Oh, you know what? That's really nice for the section we're about to go on. If there's any OG subscribers watching, you'll know this section right here of downhill, but for anyone new, this is the steepest prolonged descent you'll ever see on pavement. A lot of big trucks can't make it up this road. Hell, my Nissan Versa barely made it up this road. I got rid of that car, by the way. I have a 03 Lexus ES300 now. Love it. Got my boring grandma car and two exciting bikes for balance. Balances out my vehicles. But yeah, I mean, you know, this bike flicks side to side pretty easily. Pretty light. It's only not light if you're standing at a stoplight and you're short and you can't reach the ground very well. This bike is like perfect for me. I can like almost flat foot, and balls of my feet are super easy with it. It has a 32-inch seat height. I'm 5'11", but I have kind of short legs for being 5'11", so this bike's about right for me. I feel like if you're 5'9", you could get away with riding this bike, but anything shorter, MT-07 is like an inch shorter, that might help you. And obviously if you're super short or like a short girl, that new Rebel 1100's out, along with the 500. Those are my go-tos for shorter riders. Alright, let's go to my spot. Go to my picture taking spot. I swear these donuts weren't me. Yeah, and you know, it has a liquid cooled engine. It's got a big old radiator right there for a bike, which keeps it nice and dandy at 175 to 200 degrees. Wow. So, let you guys look at it one more time. Dude, how do rocks always get on my seat? That's what I'm wondering. Every time I get up, there's like rocks. I feel like they're from my jacket, because I also use this jacket for dirt bikes. But wouldn't that be dirt, not rocks? The world will never know. But yeah, let's do a little walk around. Other than those floppy turn signals, it is the beauty of a bike. That's why I bought it. I heard it was fun. It looks good. Sounds good. Just awesome package from Yamaha. I've always been a simp for Yamaha. I have their speakers at home, the HS8s for the studio monitors. What else? I grew up playing Yamaha pianos and keyboards, and then transitioned to drums. Oh, they also make drum sets. I should get a set. But yeah, as far as mods, just got those aftermarket mirrors there. That helps the look of the bike a lot. And this tail tidy kit from, it's not Brogue, it's New Rage Cycles. Very good. It works, you know. Oh, here, I'll show you the blinkers on it. It looks pretty cool. Do left. So it's you know, not fast enough to where you need to do a flasher relay. I actually kind of like the, you know, in the rapid fire turn signal like that. And this LED is brighter than the stock one, so as far as the brakes go. So definitely like that mod. That's my favorite. Second favorite is these $30 little knockoff Kemimoto mirrors. And other than that, I got a radiator guard. It's black. I need to get some turn signals, but I heard it's hard to find some that bolt right on easily. And then I'll do a LED in the headlight pretty soon. Other than that, you know, this bike is pretty good looking from the factory, with the leather here with the red stitching on it. Got the stripe. This is my favorite color and year they made was 2019. You get one color per year, and this was my favorite. So yeah, let's get back on, because it is heating up, as you can see. It'll never go above 210, but you know, it likes being moved. Bikes don't like to sit. Oh, you know what? Before I head out, one more thing to note is MT-07s and this XSR700, they run 120 tire in the front and a 180 in the back. Dude, I've had cars with a 180 section tire. So it is meaty back there, which you'll always get grip, and you will never burn out. You will wheelie instead, because you will always have traction with that. And I like the way that looks. It's very girthy. And the good thing about this setup is the 180 120 is that's like what all sport bikes run for the most part. A lot of them run that, and you can, you know, you have a huge selection of tires. Oh shit, I lied. It went 216, 217. Oh no, let's get moving. Go this way. Even at elevation like this, in the mountains, still packs a punch. Goodness. Whew. Yeah, if this is anyone's first bike like it was mine, it's a freaking rocket, man. It's just so hilariously fast. After 6 months of owning it, it is nice to just like cruise on it. It actually is not high strung as far as like the suspension goes, like the motor is, but it also doesn't mind staying at a RPM and just like relaxing. The throttle is twitchy, but once you get used to it, it's not as bad as like an MT-09. Look at it, just rolling on in 4th gear. Oh goodness. There, we'll do 4th gear again, just rolling up this hill. Oh my god. The brakes are good. You got a dual calipers, not dual calipers, dual rotors up front, slotted and drilled. Looks very cool, very menacing, like it's a track beast or something, which it's not. It has cheaper suspension than, you know, an R1, that's for sure, or even an MT-10. But I heard that this bike handles apparently a little better than an MT-07. They just tuned the existing forks a little bit better on this bike, and the weight transfer, like the distribution of the weight is just a hair different on this bike. I like it. Feels pretty quality when I ride it. I haven't ridden too many bikes, but this feels a lot more quality than my 2010 250. Feels like a very thought out package. You know, this bike is always what I thought putting a V8 in a Miata would be like. Like the power to weight ratio. I mean, the power to weight ratio, if it's 75 horsepower, 50 pound-feet of torque, that would be like, so it's 400 pounds. The bike's about 400 pounds. If you were to times both of those by 10, that's like 750 horsepower in a 4,000 pound car, which is a good amount. That's like a fast Tesla. Puppy. You know what power to weight ratio that is? That's like the new GT500. It's like 4,000 pounds, has like over 700 horsepower. Alright, let's make a U-turn because I don't want to go all the way to Temecula. Do a little 3rd gear roll on. Oh. By roll on, I mean hit it. Yeah, 4th gear is a pretty good gear to cruise around in. 3rd is pretty attack mode. Like just coming up hills, you could just rocket up them. Gotta watch out for those blind hills. Always slow down for them. And if I didn't already say this, always wear full gear when riding motorcycles. None of this, you know, bucket on the top of the head, half helmet, and your leather jacket, leather daddies on the Harleys. It looks cool and all. It looks very heritage, I suppose. But you know, I got, you know, a full face helmet, got my you know, jacket with the armor in it, full gloves with the sliders and the knuckles on them. I got not pants, but Kevlar leggings, which are good for slides, and some reinforced shoes, but they look like high top sneakers. So, and it's not, you know, it takes a sec to put all that stuff on, but man, it is protecting your meat vessel. This is the only body you have, and if a car pulled out from right there and I went flying, that would be a real effed up day, as Cycle Cruiser would say. Oh my god. Dude, I've owned this for 6 months, and if it could still make me laugh like that, that's a good purchase. Dude, the torque just pulls you anywhere you want to be. I mean, check out how we, look at this guy. Bro, this guy's gonna crash. Look at him, all over the road. I feel like I'm a cop on a bike right now. That was unnecessary. And you know, people talk about the handling a lot on this bike, and it's not bad on sweepers like this. You just settle in like this. And you got all the torque in the world to pull you out. See, the biggest takeaway I could give to what happened with this truck is don't be mad, dude. Just be aware of aggressive drivers like that. Avoid them, let it go. No need to break off mirrors and be like, oh my god, why'd you do that? It's fine, it happened. He's not gonna, you know, no one's gonna change it as a driver from some motorcyclist flipping him off. So yeah, and that leads right back into the main point of, if you're a calm, you know, older or just disciplined rider, you can start on something like this, especially if you're going to drop cash for a new bike or something. You know, you want to get your money's worth. You don't want to start on like a Ninja 400 and be like, oh man, I really want something that rustles my jimmies, because 400 is like, it's like almost there, you know. And the 650 class, especially this CP2 Yamaha motor, this really gives you the fizz that you want out of a motorsport experience, and I can't recommend it highly enough. Benefit of being small and living in California: you can lane split, and then you can just yeet yourself into the sun. while not speeding, really. Going close to the speed limits, because this bike has short gearing, and I love short gearing, especially with a fast transmission. Short gearing in a car, you know, if you don't have no lift shift, can be a little cumbersome when you're just trying to get around. But on a bike, you know, a quick pull of 2 fingers and you're in the next gear. Alright, so we'll try an acceleration from first gear here. I don't really do first gear too much. I don't, you know, pin it because you just wheelie. But I'll try my best here. Here we go. Woo! I'm getting better at that. Getting better at keeping the front wheel down. So you just got a short shift. Just got a short shift and be careful. Just got to shift your weight to the front a little bit. And you'll be just fine. Man, so overall, I can't recommend this bike enough. You know, it's around $8,000, brand new, off the showroom floor. It just gives off thrills that, you know, you might have to pay upwards of $100,000 in the car world to get this type of adrenaline. Riding a bike, you know, it can be decently safe if you stay away from people and crowded areas. Don't commute on your bike. Go to maybe not mountains, but like see the canyon areas like I was in. If you stick around there, more of like a rural area, maybe even some farmlands if you have any of those by your house. Those are the better areas just to unwind, relax, or maybe the opposite, just get your rage out and just go full yeet energy on the day. Well, I think that about wraps up my main thoughts on this bike. Sorry if it wasn't as thorough as my dirt bike review, but I'll have plenty of more videos coming out with this bike. This is my favorite bike in the segment. It's one of my favorite modern bikes, and you know, if you're looking new, can't recommend it enough. This is quite fun. And check out this ground clearance. I'm just gonna stand up, boom, right over the dip. Not an enduro by any means, but it's got more ground clearance than a car, that's for sure. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for lots of more videos with this lovely beast right here and my XT250 as well, and I'll be talking to all of you guys in the next video. See ya.